What if I told you that tonight, yes, tonight, you could start waking up tomorrow with a clearer mind, sharper focus, and better blood flow, just by adding 3 simple vegetables to your dinner? No expensive supplements, no complicated routines, no guesswork, just real food that works with your body instead of against it. Because if you've been feeling foggy lately, forgetting small things, struggling to focus, or even dealing with that heavy, sluggish feeling in your head and body, this is something you cannot afford to ignore. Let's be honest for a moment. As we get older, things change. You walk into a room and forget why you went there. You search for a word that used to come instantly. You feel slower, not just physically, but mentally too. And while many people accept this as just aging, the truth is far more hopeful than that. Your brain is still incredibly capable. Your body still wants to function at a high level, but it needs the right fuel, the right support, and the right signals to do so. And here's something most people don't realize. One of the biggest reasons behind brain fog and reduced mental clarity is poor blood flow. Your brain depends on a constant, healthy supply of oxygen and nutrients. When circulation slows down, your brain feels it immediately. That's when the fog sets in, the fatigue creeps in, and your sharpness begins to fade. But when you improve blood flow, something amazing happens. It's like turning the lights back on. Now imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning and your thoughts feel clearer. Your memory feels more reliable. You feel more present, more alert, more like yourself again. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when your brain gets what it needs. And today, I'm going to show you 3 vegetables that can help make that happen, starting as soon as tonight. The first one might surprise you because it's so simple and so common that most people overlook it completely. But once you understand what it does inside your body, you'll never ignore it again. I'm talking about spinach. Spinach is not just another leafy green. It is loaded with natural nitrates, and these compounds are incredibly powerful when it comes to improving blood flow. When you eat spinach, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide does something very important. It relaxes and widens your blood vessels. That means your blood can flow more freely, delivering oxygen and nutrients directly to your brain. Think of your blood vessels like highways. Over time, they can become narrow, congested, and less efficient. But nitric oxide opens those highways back up. Traffic starts moving smoothly again. And when that happens, your brain gets the fuel it needs to function at its best. But that's not all. Spinach is also rich in antioxidants, which help protect your brain cells from damage. Every day, your body is exposed to stress, toxins, and inflammation. These things can slowly affect your cognitive function, but antioxidants act like a shield, helping to defend your brain and keep it functioning smoothly. Now, here's how you can use it. You don't need anything complicated. A simple salad in the evening, lightly cooked spinach with your dinner, or even blending it into a smoothie can make a difference. The key is consistency. When you give your body this support regularly, it begins to respond. The second vegetable is something that has been studied extensively for its effects on both brain health and circulation. And once you hear this, you'll understand why it's often called a natural blood flow booster. I'm talking about beets. Beets are incredibly rich in nitrates, even more concentrated than spinach. And just like spinach, they help your body produce nitric oxide. But what makes beets special is how quickly they can start working. Some studies have shown that blood flow can begin to improve within hours of consuming them. Now, think about what that means. You eat beets tonight, and your body starts responding almost immediately. Your circulation improves, your brain receives more oxygen, and your mental clarity begins to shift. It's subtle at first, but it builds. Beets also support the health of your blood vessels. They help reduce stiffness and improve flexibility, which is essential as we age. Flexible blood vessels allow for better circulation, and better circulation means better brain function. And here's something else. Beets can help lower blood pressure. High blood pressure is one of the biggest factors that can negatively impact both your heart and your brain. By supporting healthy blood pressure levels, you're not just helping your circulation, you're protecting your long-term health. If you're wondering how to include beets in your diet, it's actually very simple. You can roast them, juice them, or even add them to salads. Some people like to drink beet juice in the evening, and that can be a powerful way to give your body a concentrated dose of those beneficial compounds. Now let's move to the third vegetable, and this one is often underestimated, but it plays a critical role in both brain clarity and blood flow. I'm talking about broccoli. Broccoli is packed with nutrients that support brain health in multiple ways. It contains vitamin K, which is essential for cognitive function. It also has compounds that support the production of neurotransmitters, the chemicals your brain uses to communicate. But one of the most important things broccoli does is help reduce inflammation. Inflammation is a major contributor to brain fog and cognitive decline. When your body is inflamed, your brain feels it. Your thinking slows down, your focus weakens, and your energy drops. Broccoli helps calm that inflammation. It supports your body's natural detoxification processes, helping to remove harmful substances that can affect your brain. And when your system is cleaner and more balanced, your brain can function more efficiently. It also supports healthy blood vessels, which ties directly into circulation. So when you combine broccoli with spinach and beets, you're creating a powerful combination that supports your brain from multiple angles. Now, imagine putting all of this together in one simple meal, a dinner that includes spinach, beets, and broccoli. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. Because here's the truth. Your body responds to what you do repeatedly. One meal won't change everything overnight, but it can start the process. And when you continue, when you stay consistent, that's when real transformation happens. You start to notice the difference. You feel more alert. You remember things more easily. You have more energy throughout the day. And that heavy, foggy feeling begins to fade. But let's go deeper for a moment. This is not just about vegetables. This is about taking control of your health. It's about realizing that you are not powerless. You have the ability to influence how you feel, how you think, and how your body performs. Too many people believe that decline is inevitable, that feeling slower, weaker, and less sharp is just part of getting older. But that belief can hold you back from making changes that could improve your life. Your body is incredibly adaptable. Even later in life, it can respond to the right inputs. It can improve, it can heal, it can become stronger and more efficient. And sometimes, those improvements begin with something as simple as what you put on your plate. So tonight, you have a choice. You can continue with the same habits and accept the same results. Or you can make a small change that has the potential to create a ripple effect throughout your entire body. Add spinach, add beets, add broccoli. Give your body what it needs. And don't stop there. Stay hydrated. Move your body. Get enough rest. These things all work together. They support each other. And when they come together, the results are powerful. Because the goal is not just to feel better for a day. The goal is to build a foundation for long-term health. To wake up each morning feeling clear, focused, and energized. To move through your day with confidence and ease. You deserve that. And it's within your reach. So start tonight. Keep it simple, keep it consistent, and trust the process. Because your brain is still capable, your body is still responsive, and your future health is still in your hands. Now imagine yourself a few weeks from now. You're thinking more clearly. You're remembering things more easily. You feel lighter, sharper, more present. That's not luck. That's the result of the choices you made starting today. And it all begins with something as simple as 3 vegetables on your plate tonight. What if tonight could be the turning point? Not next month, not someday in the future, tonight. What if something as simple as what you put on your plate could begin to clear your mind, sharpen your focus, and help your body move with better flow by the time you wake up tomorrow? Because if you've been feeling slower lately, a little foggy, maybe struggling to remember things the way you used to, I want you to understand something powerful. You are not fading. You are not losing yourself. Your body is simply asking for the right support. There comes a moment when you realize that the way you feel each day isn't random. It's not just age quietly taking things away. It's a reflection of what your body is receiving and what it's missing. Your brain, the most powerful organ you have, depends on one critical thing every second: steady, healthy blood flow. That flow carries oxygen, nutrients, and life itself to your mind. When it slows down, your thoughts slow down. When it improves, something incredible happens. You begin to feel like yourself again. Now imagine waking up tomorrow and noticing a difference. Your thoughts feel clearer. Your mind feels lighter. You're not searching for words as much. You're not forgetting small things as often. And there's a sense of calm focus that carries you through your morning. That feeling isn't out of reach. It's not reserved for someone else. It's something your body is still capable of creating. And sometimes, the path back to that clarity begins with something so simple, most people overlook it. 3 vegetables. Just 3. Not expensive, not complicated, not extreme. But powerful in a way that can begin to support your brain and your blood flow starting tonight. Because your body responds to what you give it. Every bite you take is either helping or holding you back. And when you begin to choose foods that work with your body, you're not just eating, you're rebuilding, restoring, and reawakening something inside you. Think about this. Your blood vessels are like pathways, carrying everything your brain needs to function. Over time, those pathways can become less flexible, less efficient. That's when the fog creeps in. But the right foods can help open those pathways again. They can support circulation, improve flow, and help your brain receive what it's been missing. And here's where it gets inspiring. You don't need to overhaul your entire life to begin. You don't need to chase perfection. You just need to start. One decision, one meal, one simple step forward. When you choose to nourish your body with intention, something shifts. You begin to feel more in control. You begin to believe that improvement is still possible. And that belief is powerful because it drives action, and action creates results. Consistency becomes your greatest tool. Not doing everything perfectly, but showing up again and again with small, positive choices. That's where transformation happens. That's where your body begins to respond in ways you may not have felt in years. You start to notice that your mind feels more awake in the morning. You're more present in conversations. You feel a little sharper, a little quicker, a little more like yourself. And those small improvements begin to build. They create momentum. They remind you that your body is still capable, still responsive, still working for you. And let's be honest, this is about more than just clarity. It's about confidence. It's about waking up and feeling like you can trust your mind again. It's about moving through your day without that constant frustration of forgetfulness or fatigue. It's about enjoying your life fully without feeling held back by something that can be improved. Too many people accept decline as their only path. They assume that feeling slower, weaker, or foggier is just part of getting older. But that belief limits what's possible. Because the truth is, your body is incredibly adaptable. It can respond, it can improve, and it can surprise you if you give it the chance. Every time you choose to support your body, you're making an investment in your future. You're building a stronger foundation for your brain, your energy, your overall well-being. And it doesn't require anything extreme. It requires intention. It requires consistency. And it requires the belief that you are worth the effort. So tonight, keep it simple. Add those vegetables to your plate. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. This is your moment. Because change doesn't happen when everything is perfect. It happens when you decide to begin anyway. And as you move forward, pay attention to how you feel. Notice the small shifts, the clarity, the focus, the energy. Let those improvements motivate you to keep going, because this is not a one-time fix. This is a lifestyle. This is a commitment to yourself, to your health, to your future. And every step you take brings you closer to the version of yourself you want to feel again. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not beyond improvement. Your body is still listening. Your brain is still capable. And your potential is still there, waiting for you to unlock it. So take that step tonight, make that choice, and trust that something better is already beginning, because it is. When we talk about nourishing the aging body, especially when it comes to brain health and blood flow, the most powerful changes often come from the simplest daily habits, rather than complicated routines or extreme diets. As the body grows older, it doesn't lose its ability to function well, but it does become more sensitive to what it is given. Every meal either supports clarity and energy or slowly adds to the feeling of heaviness, fog, and fatigue that many older adults begin to notice. That's why focusing on simple, natural, brain-boosting vegetables becomes such an important foundation for long-term health and independence. The brain depends heavily on steady blood flow, and that blood flow depends on the condition of your arteries, your hydration, and the nutrients you consume every day. When circulation is strong, oxygen and nutrients move freely to the brain, supporting memory, focus, and mental sharpness. But when circulation slows down, even slightly, the effects are noticeable in everyday life. Thoughts may feel slower, concentration becomes more difficult, and even simple tasks can feel mentally draining. This is where food plays a direct and powerful role, especially vegetables that naturally support vascular health and oxygen delivery. Certain vegetables are particularly effective because they contain natural compounds like nitrates, antioxidants, fiber, and minerals that work together to improve blood vessel flexibility and overall circulation. Leafy greens, for example, help the body produce nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens blood vessels, allowing blood to move more efficiently. This means the brain receives a more consistent supply of oxygen, which can lead to improved alertness and mental clarity, even within a short time of regular consumption. Root vegetables like beets also support this process by actively enhancing blood flow and helping maintain healthy blood pressure levels, which is essential for protecting cognitive function over time. At the same time, fiber-rich vegetables play a crucial role in digestive health, which is closely connected to brain performance more than many people realize. A healthy digestive system helps regulate inflammation in the body, and lower inflammation means better brain function. When digestion is smooth and efficient, the body absorbs nutrients more effectively, and this directly supports mental energy and stability throughout the day. This is why older adults often feel a noticeable difference when they begin consistently including vegetables like spinach, broccoli, carrots, and similar whole foods in their meals. What makes this approach truly powerful is not just the individual vegetables themselves, but the consistency of including them in daily life. The body responds to repetition, not occasional effort. When these foods become a regular part of meals, the body gradually adjusts, circulation improves, energy stabilizes, and mental fog begins to lift in a natural, sustainable way. Over time, this creates a foundation where the brain feels supported rather than strained, allowing older adults to maintain independence, confidence, and mental clarity without relying on quick fixes or temporary solutions.